Okay, so this is how much the local politicians actually don't care, the ones who are in your own state. So he called me, and apparently he called this morning. I don't know if I must not have turned my phone on, either that or I missed the phone call when I was in the bathroom or outside. And so he had called, or well, he had one of his representatives call. And he's going on, he's asking questions. He's like, well, I was just returning your phone call related to the phone calls that you've been leaving me. And then he says, there's nothing that we can do about that at all. Haven't you tried the United Way? And then he goes through the whole rigmarole of going through all the nonprofits, the charity organizations, then calling in the downtown area. And it's like they all say the same thing, that they don't have the money to be able to help anyone. So these are the government agencies on the local level. They don't have the money to help anybody. And then he goes on, well, can't your kids help you? You know, when I brought up that I had kids, and I explained to him, like I've explained before, it's like I have two granddaughters that are in their 20s, that they can't afford to live on their own. They're with their mom. She's married, and she has a limit related to her lease of how long a person can stay, which is 4 days. She has a limit. And so, he's going, well, you mean your kids know that you're homeless and none of them will help you? It's like, no, they're not in a position to be able to help me. I said, I have two sons that were in the military, and they're homeless. They're considered transient homeless because they're staying with other people. They don't even have their own places that they're living in. And so I explained that to him. He's like, you mean your kids know you're homeless and you can't sleep on one of their couch? That's the mentality of the Republicans, is to go kick rocks. Fuck you. We're not going to help you. That's the mentality of these Republicans. That's why the southern states are oppressed, is thanks to the Republicans. And I don't know how this is equality. When I think about it, I don't know how this is equality, because the Democrat states get help, the Republican states don't get help, and it's not an equal distribution of services. It's just not an equal distribution of services at all. When you're helping part of the American public and you're not helping other parts of the American public, then you're just discriminating through politics. The corporations are discriminating. The states are discriminating through politics, and the federal government is discriminating through politics.